Hi, thanks for joining me today. I just thought I'd shoot you a quick video and tell you about my story so that you can understand my background and how I know how you're feeling and what you've been through. I've been diagnosed for the past 7 years. Prior to that, I was undiagnosed until I was 51, which doesn't make sense because I'm only 35 now. I was diagnosed when I was 51, and I made a big mess out of my life during that time before I was diagnosed. I was diagnosed in 2009, and the 5 years between 2004 and 2009, I made such a mess out of my life. I was misdiagnosed as having general anxiety disorder, and I was put on an antidepressant and anti-anxiety med. As you may know, with bipolar 1, that will put you into mania when you put on a med like that without mood stabilizers. And that's what happened to me. I was on this med for about 4 years, or that 5-year period of time. During that time, I was in a manic state. I started doing things that were way out of the ordinary. It caused me to lose my career job, one that I was in for 16 years. It caused me to eventually lose my marriage and lose the relationship with my kids. I was even put on a restricted parenting plan, and I wasn't able to see them much. It was so painful that I lost my 24-year marriage and the companionship of my children. At the same time, I also, in my manic state, gave away all of my assets. I was so sure I could make this money back. And you feel that way sometimes, you know what I mean. I signed away all of my retirement. I signed away my house, my cars, everything. And I just took a little bit of money with me. And what ended up happening is I spent that money on an apartment, and I didn't make the millions I thought I was going to make. You know what I mean. It was really not enough. I really wasn't well enough to work, and I ended up getting evicted from that apartment. And if it wasn't for a friend of mine who stepped in at the last minute with his dilapidated cabin, I would have been hopeless, carless, and on the streets. He let me move into this cabin, and I pawned off just about everything I owned, and all I had left was a little bit of clothes and an old mattress. And I put this mattress on the floor and slept on the floor on this mattress and stayed there for 2 years. I didn't have any furniture at all, and whenever anybody came over, we sat on my mattress. During that period of time, I was completely unable to work. I did get a couple of jobs, but you can get the jobs, but you just can't hold on to the job, as you know. Once they discovered that you're kind of out of your mind, like in my case, they quickly fired me. I don't think I spent more than 3 months at any job during that 2-year period of time. I finally got properly diagnosed. What happened was, because I was trying to get over my 24-year-old marriage that I lost in separation from my kids, I finally saw a psychologist. She wasn't really sure that I had anxiety disorder, but after 3 months of working together, and yeah, it took her 3 months to identify that possibly I might have bipolar disorder. So she sent me to a psychiatrist. And when I went, he properly diagnosed me as having bipolar 1, severe bipolar 1, and put me on meds around August of 2009. I've been on my meds for that long, and even though I've gone through about 14 different meds, psychotropic meds, and I'm on about my 60th med change that I've had over the past 7 years, I stay on my meds, and I consistently meet with my doctor once a month, and I meet with my therapist once a week. Every month or so, we might make a slight change to my meds, either to the dosage or to the actual med itself. In fact, I just changed meds the other day because one med wasn't working at all for me. I feel so much better now that I've done that. I've been stable for about 5 years. After that 2-year period of time that I was living in that cabin, I was lucky enough to meet somebody that ended up loving me, in spite of my bipolar. Another great thing about her was that she had a house, so I was able to get out of the cabin. That was such a bonus and a great thing for me. We've been together all that time now. We've been happily married for 5 years, and at that same point in period of time, I got my career job back with a different company. I've now held that job for the past 5 years. I got stable. Now I'm a bit more in a recovery mode. I've been in recovery now for the past couple of years. And I've been able to stay there because I do the therapy every week, which I think is a critical part of my healing and my recovery. And it's not only the meds, but also going through hundreds of therapy sessions now over the past 6 years. Now I spend a lot of time speaking to others, doing videos like this self to help people with bipolar disorder and their supporters. I also get to speak for the National Alliance of Mental Illness, NAMI, and in their own voice program. And I'm a member of the Stability Network, which is a group of about 80 professionals around the country that all have mental illnesses, and we all speak out in order to eliminate stigma whenever we get a chance to talk. I'm so grateful I've been able to spend some time with you today. Thank you so very much. That's a little bit of background about me. I hope it inspires you somewhat. If you're still struggling, I'm so sad and so sorry. If you're able to get to the point where you're managing and become stable, I know you can. I really believe in my heart that everybody can if they get the right treatment and follow along with some coping skills and other things that you're gonna need to do. I really believe that. I know you can get better, and I really hope that you do. I really want to see you get better. Thanks for watching this video. Until I see you on the next video, please take the very best care of yourself because you deserve it. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.